So today I'm going to be explaining a concept called infrastructure as code, or IAC, and I'm going to be doing that as if I was actually talking or training the sales and marketing departments. So I'll just get into it. So don't worry, this isn't a programming lesson. Even if you've never written a line of code, infrastructure as code affects how quickly our company can launch products and support our customers. So that impacts both marketing and sales. By the end of this program, this training, you'll know what infrastructure as code is, why it matters to our teams, and we'll understand two important ideas: modularity and state management. So what is infrastructure as code? Honestly, think about baking a cake. Instead of guessing how much flour or sugar you have to use every time, you follow a recipe. If 10 people use the same recipe correctly, they all end up with nearly the same cake. Infrastructure as code works the same way. Instead of someone manually setting up servers and databases and networks, instead we just have engineers who've written instructions that describe exactly how everything should be built. The computer follows those instructions every single time. This means our systems are consistent, repeatable, and much less likely to have human mistakes. So, infrastructure as code is simply using code as a recipe to build or manage technology automatically. So, you might be wondering, that's great for IT, but why should marketing or sales care? Well, here's why. Imagine marketing wants to launch a big promotion next week. If the website suddenly gets 10 times more visitors, we might need more servers to handle the traffic. With manual setup, someone has to build those servers one by one. That could take hours or even days. With infrastructure as code, the company already has a tested recipe. The system can create additional servers automatically in just a few minutes. For sales, imagine giving a product demonstration to a potential customer. Instead of waiting for someone to build a testing environment, infrastructure as code can create an identical demo environment almost instantly. That means faster demos, happier customers, and more opportunities to close sales. Infrastructure as code helps every department because it makes the business faster, more reliable, and consistent. So, let's talk about one of the things that I really love, which is Legos. And I feel like that works with modularity. When you think about Lego, you don't build every Lego brick from scratch. Instead, you combine pieces that are all common. They're found in practically every Lego set. Reusable pieces. Infrastructure is the same way. Instead of rebuilding everything every time, engineers create reusable building blocks with their own unique pieces, but we won't get into that. For example, though, one module builds a database, another builds a web server, another handles security settings. And when a new project starts, you just snap them together, just like Lego. For the business, this means projects start faster, updates can happen more quickly, and there's less of a chance of mistakes because the same tested pieces are reused again and again. The last concept is state management. Imagine moving to a new office. You have a checklist. You have to get 10 desks, 10 computers, and 10 chairs. After everyone moves in, you walk around and notice that someone added 2 extra desks. Now the room doesn't match the checklist anymore. State management works in the same way. It keeps track of what our systems are supposed to look like. If something changes unexpectedly or someone accidentally changes a server, the system notices the difference. It can either alert the engineers or automatically fix the problem. Think of it like having an inventory list that constantly checks whether everything is exactly the way it should be. So, in summary, infrastructure as code is simply writing a repeatable recipe for building technology. It helps benefit marketing and sales because it helps scale campaigns quickly when demand increases and builds reliable demo environments that can be made much faster. Modularity is like building with Lego blocks, using reusable pieces instead of starting over every time. And state management is like a checklist that just makes sure everything is exactly the way it should be. So even though infrastructure as code is a technical practice, its biggest impact is actually on the business. It helps teams move faster, reduce costly mistakes, and allows everyone to work more effectively. Thank you for coming to this training.